So today we're going to Columbus, Ohio to Corgs Con to hopefully find Veronica. We'll see what we can do.
We're entering into the Veil. Oh wait, never mind, it's just Ohio.
So we finally arrive at Corgs Con after a pretty rainy journey, and honestly, for a one-day con, I was expecting a little shabbier of an entrance. Everybody at the front was real nice, and you got these tickets that I'll go over later, and you just get right into it. I mean, there was so many games here. Of course, as you probably know if you've been watching the channel at all, I've been trying to collect these special rare N64s, and they just shot up in price, and I can never find a good price on them.
They made a blue one.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. It is.
This changes everything.
Well, I know what to get Conqueror Corey for Christmas. I got real excited because they had that those CRT TVs, but man, they were so expensive there also. I just got to keep an eye out for finding a good one locally. One that I've thrown away, of course, over time. We had two big things in this. I've been needing a Master System, and I've been needing Code Veronica to complete my GameCube collection. And another copy of Resident Evil 1 for the GameCube, because mine got destroyed over the years of us using it, so I wanted a better one. I could not find one through this entire convention, though. Resident Evil 1, not Player's Choice, was impossible to find.
Yeah, the green labels like the most. They're like a dime a dozen.
It's freaking crazy. This is one of the best booths I've found. They had everything in box here. Everything. The only issue was their prices were about 50% higher than they really needed to be. You could tell it was people who had bought them and brought them here just to resell to make some money, which is fine. I get that. You got to make money. You got to make it worth it. But man, they were way overpricing. This guy was really cool though. He had two GameCubes that were modded with some of the mods that we plan to do in the future. So I kind of got to look at them, first up and put my hands on them and look at them. And he kind of talked to me a little bit about how he did them and how hard they were. I got really excited when I saw this red box over here. I was like, oh, I found a bunch of cool, rare, old games. Turned out they were all fake. They were all reproductions. You could tell as soon as you picked it up, you could feel the card. It was like, oh, that's a reproduction.
No.
Oh, look at this. I know you'd love this. This is that's the Steel Battalion controller.
How much do I even want to know?
It was about $400, I think, which was actually not too bad.
Of course.
That's another game I was trying to buy. I left this in the video to show it to you. The Alien Hominid. I was grabbing it to purchase it, and the guy walked up and picked it up and handed it to the girl. I was so upset. This is me talking to a gentleman about his Virtual Boy, because my Virtual Boy got destroyed. A raccoon decided to take it for a spin. But Virtual Boys have also got way up there. I remember when you could buy them for like $25 because no one wanted them. But unfortunately, you could not do that with this. This just shows a really good wide range of how much stuff was here, though. They had everything here, like games, some board games, some shirts. For a one-day con, there's a lot of stuff here. I was really impressed.
Guy turning that wheel trying to get your attention.
Yep, he was. But the thing that got my attention the most was this amazing thing. As a collector, you spend your whole life looking for that one holy grail item. And judging by the look on my wife's face, she just found that item.
Let's leave those there, okay? Oh, it's so cute. What happened to Mike? Mike. Where did the bird? Oh my God.
What did they do to them?
They look.
How much is this?
I don't know.
$5. I want this. All day.
He looks like he's in space and losing like the moisture in his eyeballs.
He does.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm glad I brought it. I wasn't gonna bring it last minute thing and like someone buy this.
And it's me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
One person here would buy it. It's you.
I love Ghostbusters. This is the greatest things ever. Good eye, Aaron.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, no, pull through his eyes.
Freaking love it. It's so great.
Here's where I came across somebody trying to sell 2 Master Systems, and me and Mysterious Will, who goes to some of these cons with us, he also wanted a Master System. So we started talking to this guy about trying to figure out what we could do.
Comes with a controller, power cable,
and your RCA adapter. They're just hard to find.
if we bought both of them, could you do it? Work us a deal? If we both bought them, maybe he'll drop down.
Yeah, they're like 220 for the equivalent on eBay. So he's already 40 below, which is pretty good.
I don't have it. It's my thing.
Yeah, I don't either. Sega's first attempt at a console.
We need to buy a game for them at some point too.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Interested in buying 2 of them?
Yeah, if we bought both of them.
Oh wow. Charge 180, so 180, 170, 350 for both. Then you're taking my stock away. These are kind of hard to come by. Original controllers, the cords, I believe, are also original. Sega, original, which helps out. I'll throw in a free,
A free Golem.
Whatever
free
this
Golem.
is.
It even has, there this is too. What is this? I don't know what this stuff is.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even know what
That's
that
the
is.
making of Golem.
Yeah, it's a strange thing.
Yeah.
We'll think about it, man. I'm going to.
Yeah, let me think about it too. But we both want one, so
Your price is good.
Yeah,
It's,
it's
your
also
price is
$200
good.
or so.
and they both work good.
Yep.
What's your name on it, man?
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Do you have games for them too over here?
I think it's
Oh, okay, awesome.
well games.
Cool.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
That guy was pretty nice. We ended up not going back and getting from him. We ended up going talking to another guy later just because one of them sold, unfortunately, out from under us. This booth was pretty awesome. This was all mods for retro consoles. This X-Station mod is one that we want to do in the future.
Oh.
And I got to actually look at them, put my hands on them, touch them, and mess with them. So it's that's one great thing about going to these cons. You get to see so many cool things, like this Apple Mac, or this Macintosh. This Apple II? Is that what that is? I can't remember what the model is. I don't do Apple, but there was so much rare stuff here that it was just really cool to see the smattering of everything. this guy was trying to convince this other guy to sell his Trials of Mana, just the box, and take the game out. It's like, there's no way he's gonna go for that.
Yeah, totally. Take half the value out of your game.
This is a really cool bowling thing they had. They had a wooden DDR set up there. It was pretty cool. I didn't get to go play myself. Every time I go up, people were on it, messing with it. But it was really neat that they actually had it.
Oh, those DDR pads.
Yep.
That PlayStation is $35.
Something wrong with it?
No, that's
It's a dual shock. I mean, so it's a first wave.
kind of
Most of those are reshells. I do encourage you to grab the wood, or no, I used to have the wood grain. Sorry, wood grain sold. This is a nice soft plastic somehow. I don't know why. Don't know how they did it.
Wow. It's also red, Will.
That's, what do I got? 40 bucks on it? 35. I'm 30. There you go.
And it works. I'll take it.
One less thing to take home.
Yeah.
Do you mind me tossing on $1 if you're going to do card?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. They do get me. Got AV power, everything.
Awesome.
That's one of the great things about these cons, is that you can go up, you can talk to people, and you can work out deals and things face to face. And yeah, you can order a lot of this stuff online, but there's something to be said about the hunt of these games, finding them, touching them, feeling them, making sure they actually are legit, they look good. If you order something online that makes it look pretty in a picture and get it in, it's just bad.
Yeah, and this is the excitement of retro gaming that emulation doesn't give you. Admittedly, as much as I love emulation because it's cheaper, obviously, generally speaking. But yeah, the hunt of it is very very exciting. Just like when just like the Seigi trip, going through seeing a lot of these older things, and I'm getting Seigi vibes just watching this right now. But yeah, you learn things exist that you had no idea exist. Like we saw a copy of Resident Evil. Was it on the? Why do I want to say the Saturn? Was it the Saturn that you bought? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Saturn. Yeah, this is there's just so many really good complete games there I like to see. Like this is we looked at Final Fantasy here, and it was complete in box. And had some issues. Will almost bought it, but there were some issues with the box, and we kind of decided not to get it. Hopefully next year, Conquer Core will be able to go with this. Unfortunately, this year he had a
old Betsy tipped over the ditch.
accident.
Oh, dude, they got Steel Battalion.
This is the best.
Oh.
They had a full Steel Battalion set up where like 12 people could fight against each other. You got to play the game. I sat down and actually played the game for a decent amount of time, and it was pretty freaking great. I'm not gonna lie, it was amazing. Will blew me up, and I turned around and smacked his controller and injected him. It was great. So it caused him to lose the game also, and we fought about that for a little bit. This is what I was talking. This is what I love about these, is that you see that Vampire Hunter D game. I have that game, and I haven't seen it very many places, and it was cool to see it and look at it, kind of see what they're selling for. A lot of people are really nice about letting you look at their games and stuff because they're most of them are collectors too. You run into some of them who are definitely in it for the money, which again, there's no problem. I don't have a problem with that, but majority of the people at these shows have a love for games and have a love for collecting, and you can talk with them and get their insight on things. Like these copies of Silent Hill, I could not believe how much they were going for. It blew my mind. This is my first copy of Code Veronica I found. It was a little more than I wanted to spend, and he also had another Virtual Boy up there. He's telling me the price of it now. I think he said like it was, he had like $400 or $500 on it. It was insane. But he said he had replaced all the internals to make it actually work better. This is another cool little thing about these places. You find these little doodads, as I like to call them. There's some wallets. There's some pretty cool display pieces, coasters, things like that. They're little cheap things you can bring back for gifts or things. Really cool to remake. Now this device is really cool. This is has a Famicom built into the television. You could only get those in Japan.
So did you end up buying the Code Veronica?
Maybe.
That's a yes.
I'm still looking. I found it a few other places for a much better price.
The sad reality is all those sealed copies of Pokemon, the CMOS batteries on them have likely died.
Yeah. This guy was really cool. We sat and talked to this guy for maybe an hour. This gentleman, his entire career is he flies to Japan every 3 months, buys retro games, flies back with them, and sells them. That's his entire job. That's what he does all year, every year. He showed us some really cool things about if you go over to Japan, if it has the 3 stars on the label, it means it doesn't have a manual. That's something I never knew. That is a whole new thing for me. I was really excited to hear that. So
I wonder if he gets by customs, which I guess if you personally have it, they don't check you, but still.
Yeah, I mean there's a certain amount you can bring back and stuff. But this is, you've seen a few of these in the videos. Coming to the con, you got a string of tickets for free to enter these drafts. For free for coming to the con. You put the tickets in the boxes you wanted to go into, and at the end of the con, like 5 o'clock or something, they drew the names. Unfortunately, we didn't win anything, but we came real close. Mysterious Will was off by 1 number. But, I mean, there was so much. Like, here I am putting some tickets in the Xbox and the Zelda, because I didn't have a copy of Zelda yet. She's telling me to put more tickets in there. But let's get down to brass tacks. What did I actually get? I ended up finding a Master System. I found it from somebody else. He didn't want the haggling on the camera, so I wasn't able to put it on there. But I think I ended up only paying like $120 for it though, because he was just trying to get rid of it. He showed me it worked. The reason I got so low too is he didn't have an AV cable, but he had one to test it with. So I have to find an AV cable for it. But I mean, for that price, that's really good. I was really happy with that. I also need to get a hold of another controller and clean this sucker up. It's not in the best shape. It's a little nasty, but you know, some Windex and some rubbing alcohol, we can get this thing fixed up. And as you saw me, I purchased another PlayStation for us. This is purely to be modded. This is set aside for us to mod this sucker in our Ultimate series that we've been doing. This will end up being another one, probably of our Ava series. And yes, I did find Code Veronica X.
I knew it. I knew you did.
I found it. I think I ended up getting this for sub $100. The gentleman who I bought it from was packing up to go, and I was able to get a good price on it. It was in really good shape. I'm very happy with it. It's one of the harder ones to find and one of the more expensive ones. So he definitely wanted to sell it, basically. And of course, I've also got the great and glorious Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that looks like he's on crack. I absolutely love that thing. It's been sitting on my desk ever since, and it will not be going anywhere. Overall, Corgs Con is a great day trip. Columbus is a fun city. I always have a great time there. There is a bigger one in November that is massive that I recommend going to also, that we're going to try to hit up this year. What do you think, Corey? What do you have to add?
Pretty good results there. I know how long you've been looking for a Sega Master System, and these events are always good to go to because you can always talk to people and kind of work them out. eBay's flooded with so many people trying to resell and gain money. And obviously that's what these people sell is to make money, but there comes a point where they're pushing it. And these are great opportunities to get good deals. You just have to know when to say no and when to walk away, and when to find things. And it's really cool seeing those things too that you'll never really be able to afford, but it's nice to look at them.
Oh yeah. Like they had a complete NES with Robbie the Robot for $2,000. I was like, no way.
If you're a big emulation buff like me, though, it robs some of that. So, but it's nice to get to look at them and hold the games and stuff that you've been emulating, and and play. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it looked like a fun trip, looked like a great thing, and it's always good to go to things like that because you just never know what you can find, man. Just one man's trash is another man's treasure. That old time saying. So.
But that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Is there any other cons that we should try to hit up? I know we've got some other ones we want to try to go to. But as always, I'm your co-host Mike, and with me was the beautiful, the powerful
Conquer Corey.
And we'll
see ya.